Well, to the surprise of just about, well, nobody, Bernie Sanders has taken New Hampshire. He did come out with a pretty good momentum with the popular vote out of Iowa. We're not even going to talk about the other vote, but the popular vote, he did come out with a momentum in there. Swung through New Hampshire. He's definitely got the momentum to carry him through. But the moderates and the conservative Democrats, they have got to be worried. Why? Look at this field. They need to figure out how they are going to consolidate this field around either Bloomberg or Buttigieg, I'm assuming. But are they going to, are they going to change the rules? Are they going to change anything? I mean, I don't understand what the DNC is going to do. I'm looking at it like, I don't see it. I believe Sanders will take it unless the DNC can change the rules or find a way to consolidate all these votes. Now, Bloomberg, he's going to wait until Super Tuesday to make his move. We'll see what happens then, but I just don't see it. I do think it's going to be Sanders. And Trump is happy at Sanders. Why? Well, because purely on the policies, Trump's going to get it. Why? First off, Trump has a really good economy at his back. That screams volumes, okay? Especially when you're going up against a socialist who's going to tank the economy, in my opinion. Now, what about socialism do I dislike? I don't like bringing the people from the top down. I understand, yeah, let's bring the people from the bottom up and this and that, but we all want to be put in a bracket like this? Do you want to be put in a bracket like this with no way out? Yeah, you've got a safety net, and you're not going to drop down, but you can't go up either, okay? You can't go up either. Socialism has never worked for those reasons. And everybody says, well, my brand of socialism, Sanders' brand of socialism. So you're saying every other brand of socialism that has failed has been done wrong. Everybody did their brand of socialism wrong. Oh, but the Nordic countries are not socialist countries. Quit using them as examples. Socialism doesn't work. For socialism, you got to look at Venezuela. You want to pay $100 for a loaf of bread? Go for it. I'll see you somewhere else. You want to tax the rich at 98%? They'll leave. And you know what? So will I. Bernie Sanders is now the front runner, and moderates may be too divided to stop him. They are absolutely too divided to stop him. Bloomberg's camp is not going to vote for Buttigieg, and Buttigieg's camp is not going to vote for Bloomberg. They're not going to. They've already said they wouldn't. Victorious in New Hampshire on the heels of a popular vote win in Iowa, Bernie Sanders has forced the Democratic establishment to reckon with a prospect it has been dismissing. He is currently the favorite to win the party's presidential nomination. The independent senator from Vermont has seen his fortunes rise since Iowa, leapfrogging the struggling former Vice President Joe Biden. Well, and Joe Biden didn't help himself either by answering tough questions with things that make you go, Joe Biden just, he killed himself. Joe Biden definitely should drop out of the race. That will consolidate a little bit. Will the others drop out? No. Will the DNC force them out? I don't think that they can without the public looking at them pretty sideways. But ahead by 8 points in a Quinnipiac University poll and 10 points in a Monmouth University poll, at a jubilant election night party here, he told a cheering crowd that his victory in the state was the beginning of the end for Donald Trump. Yes. Everybody is running on who can beat Orange Man. Gone are the days where we care about someone's policy, and here are the days where it's a populist election. It's like high school all over again. Yes, this person over here has really great policies and this and that, but you know what? They wear glasses and they look like a nerd, and this guy over here that says he's going to give us free pizza, he's cool. So we're going to elect him our high school president. It's the same thing. A lot of mainstream and moderate Democrats are growing increasingly nervous with the prospect of Bernie Sanders as the nominee, said Jonathan Cott, a Democratic strategist and former senior advisor to centrist Senator Joe Manchin. And they have reason to be concerned. Absolutely they do. He has consolidated the liberal vote. The conservative and moderate Democrat vote is spread through so many people. And they need to get rid of, if they don't want Sanders in, they have got to consolidate the vote. There's no way about it. Pete Buttigieg and Mike Bloomberg are on the rise. And as I said, the billionaire entrepreneur and the former mayor of New York City, who is skipping the early states, but blitzing the national airwaves in preparation for the crucial Super Tuesday contest. And that's Bloomberg. He's holding back. He's chomping at the bit. He's thinking he's going to sweep in on Super Tuesday and what? Take it? Only if the DNC and moderate and conservative Democrats consolidate and rally behind him. If not, it's going to be Sanders. Going to be Sanders. Lee Stemple, who is an attorney based in Long Island, said he is torn among Biden, Buttigieg, and Amy Klobuchar in the New York primary. But he hopes the middle-of-the-road candidates consolidate behind one alternative in time to stop Sanders. So he's split between the three, and he's hoping that just any of the three will get enough votes for it to count. Great strategy. I'm not voting for Bernie, and I'm not voting for Elizabeth Warren, Stemple said after attending a Biden event here in Manchester. The two of them are like the kid that runs for high school president who promises pizza and ice cream every day for lunch and can't deliver. Yeah, and that's exactly what Bernie's socialism is going to be. Free health care. Yes, yes. Taxes. Free college. Yes, yes, yes. Taxes. What are we going to do? Tax the rich at 98%. Okay, and then they flee. They leave the country. And then we end up picking up the bill because the top 1% of earners in the United States pay the majority of taxes. You're looking at me like I'm weird. They pay the majority of taxes, the top 1%ers. They pay the majority of taxes. If we tax them at 98%, it ain't like the 1920s and the Depression, where you can tax them at 98% and they're stuck in quicksand. They got to run their business, and if they want to survive and keep their business intact for their family and their children and their grandchildren and have something that their family can use to help their family for income for future generations of their own family, they've got to stay. But nowadays, you can pack up and leave and do whatever you want and go wherever you want and run your business from wherever you want. And then, in order to stop those, Bernie Sanders would have to put in and implement some draconian policies like, if you leave the United States, then you will have to pay this big, huge fee or fine or something like that. It won't work. It's going to be a snowball. I don't see it happening. And Trump wants Sanders in. The DNC doesn't want Sanders in. Sanders wants Sanders in. Moderate and conservative Democrats don't want Sanders in. But you guys can't consolidate. You guys are not the Republicans. The Republicans are consolidated. The Democrats are fractured. And just because you get one Democrat up there, do you think the Democrats whose candidate didn't make it are going to all of a sudden be like, okay, I guess I'll vote for this candidate? No, they're not. They're not. Especially if it's Bernie Sanders. Because with Bernie Sanders, you are literally focused and really putting all your eggs on this liberal basket. And you're saying, Bernie Sanders, yeah, he's got the ultra-progressive and liberal vote, but how many ultra-progressives and liberals are there in the United States that'll vote for him? Not many. It's an uphill battle, and I don't see it based upon policies. When the taxpayer sees how much money Sanders' policies are going to cost, they're going to be in shock. But, again, those are just my opinions. That's how I see it. Your opinions matter, and I want to hear what you guys say. I want to hear, does somebody out there have a roadmap for, I don't know, Yang? Does somebody have a roadmap for Yang? Surprising everybody, jumping out of nowhere, and Jackie Channing his way up to the front. I don't know. I don't see it. But, hey, you know what? Weird things have happened, especially lately. Anyways, those are my thoughts, my opinions. Give me a like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, anything to help me beat YouTube's algorithm. And I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one.